I'm gonna go out on a limb and I'm gonna guess that you have a chair in your bedroom where you throw the clothes that are too dirty to go back into the drawer, but too clean to go into the laundry. If you don't, then congratulations on your perfect life. I have one of those chairs. I don't like it. It looks messy, and I want to design a chair that is meant for throwing laundry on. My initial idea was that I would make a chair where you could kind of put the clothes over the backrest, and that's what made the upholstery part of it. But then I realized that's just going to look like a normal chair with clothes on it. So instead, what if you had a chair? It has a round seat, it has a backrest, but then the armrest you can swivel out forward, hang clothes on it, and then swivel it back behind you and kind of hide it behind the backrest. I got this giant Lazy Susan. I am gonna try to build a chair around this with one part of it attached to the base, the other one attached to the laundry rack. I'm also really gonna try to build with speed and not get stuck. I wanna make a full prototype out of plywood. I don't wanna sit and design it on a computer. We're just gonna try to not overthink it and not be perfectionists about it. Make a sloppy prototype. This is uncomfortable for me. Nice. Oh, I wonder if you can hula hoop with a Lazy Susan. Just forget that happened. This is going to help you visualize it better. You'll have to use slightly less imagination. Imagine that these are chair legs. Here's the chair. It's upholstered and everything. It looks nice. There's a backrest too. There's also a rail like this that you can use to hang your clothes on. So I sit here on the chair. It's a normal chair, it has a backrest, I'm meditating, I'm doing whatever. But then I take my clothes off, don't picture that, and I want to throw them somewhere. So I pull forward the laundry rail, throw my clothes on it, then hide it behind. I think this has merit. TBD. To be designed. Good talk. You know also what we could do? We could bring it up to the house and look at it in the room. It doesn't look good, but it fits. Maybe we move on to the backrest next. I mean, I can also just sit like this and use my core strength for backrest. Pilates. I made this cardboard version of a backrest. There are a few things that are breaking my brain. For one, it's like, it needs to be curved, but it also needs to be at an angle. Third thing is that, I don't know, I don't really like the look of it, but it's hard to know if it's just because it's made out of cardboard. But either way, I had one of these circles that I cut the wrong size, and I thought maybe adding a bunch of curve cuts so I can bend it to be the same radius as the seat. Having it back there, maybe? Because then it's like the chair of 3 circles, which sounds like some very fancy design concept. Because it's 1, 2, 3. Imagine that I'm not here. I should probably figure out a way to attach this to the base, and then I can go ahead and get fancy with fancy material. You know what? For that, I might use the CNC. No, I'm not going to. We are committed to no CAD. I'm in CAD celibacy.
But something I'm definitely allowed to use is Milanote. That also happens to be the sponsor of this video.
Milanote is a tool for organizing your creative ideas. So it's an online canvas where you can plan, brainstorm, and collaborate on projects. Kind of like a whiteboard, but with the power of the internet. I really need to organize my thoughts visually, both for myself, but also for my team, since they live all around the world and they can't read my mind as much as I sometimes expect them to be able to. Milanote has over 100 built-in templates to choose from. I chose the project plan template for this build, so I have the main board as an overview, and from there I can link to separate boards for inspiration, my sketches, and each version of the chair where I can jot down measurements, visualize materials, and ask for advice. This build is coming together so fast, and even when I'm finished with it, this Milanote board will be like a nice little souvenir for this project. If you want to try out Milanote, you can use the link in the description to sign up for free with no time limit. Thanks, Milanote. Dude, it's so good. The fuck? Scraps, stop hogging my limelight. We both know you're so much cuter than I am, so I got nothing to put up against this. Ooh, why am I so out of breath? Oh, because I'm in my mid-30s. That's why. Man, this wood is fucking crazy. Ooh, I have a bandsaw. I forgot. That's so nice. Do we look like an album cover? Scraps is definitely the lead singer. Tobin does bass. I'm gonna try to get the arm backrest out. I could loosen these screws and do them one by one, but I don't want to. Sometimes I wonder what the dogs think that I do for work. It's good that I'm not easily embarrassed, because I don't know how I would exist in this world if I was. Hopefully my measurements are right, and let's go try it out. Wow. Look at me. I got it fucking right. Okay, I'm just gonna let that sit for like half hour, then test fit it, and then we can like actually sand and shape all the parts and try to make them look nice and get them out of their awkward teenage phase. Please work, please work. I'm so happy. Oh my God. Oh. I cannot tell you how relieved I am that it works. It's gonna require a lot of cleanup. Like I need to round the edges. The glue up wasn't perfect, but all the difficult steps are out of the way. except for upholstery, but we don't have time to cover that in the video. So you're just gonna have to bear with a very basic transition. A lot of things look pretty different right now. For one, I changed the backrest because the old one just looked too much like an egg. And I added an armrest. I did all the upholstery. Like, look at how good I did. Also, you might notice that the workshop looks a little bit different, and that is because we are renovating it, and today is the first day. So we're gonna keep the same footprint of it, but we're gonna update it so that, you know, the roof doesn't leak. Let's bring it up to my bedroom. Okay, here we go. Just me and my chair. Taking you to bed. Room to the bedroom. I have to say, between the coat hingers and the chair and my leaf bed, look at this corner that I made. I am so proud of this corner. Also, that chair took all that laundry like a freaking champ. That is not an insignificant amount of stuff. And then you just push it behind. I cannot believe that I managed to like wing this chair together just on vibes and plywood. I wish I could just snap my fingers and that it was a product so you could buy it. I'm joking, like would you? This is just exactly the type of projects that I want to build. It's taking a small everyday problem and then trying to figure out a smarter and different way of doing it. And I just cannot believe that this is not already a thing, because this is good. I guess that's it for the build, but before you go, let's talk about something that we have not really talked about before, which is shaving. Because this video is sponsored by Henson Shaving. Thank you, Henson Shaving. And my guess is that you don't really love your current razor, but also that it's not really a problem that you're looking to solve, because like, what are your options? For many people, shaving is just on autopilot, but the older I get, the more I appreciate things that actually last and that just make sense. These razors eliminate blade flex, which leads to irritation. They are made out of aluminum. There's no plastic, including in their packaging, which I personally really appreciate. And they are made on CNC machines in an aerospace machine shop in Canada that also makes parts for Mars rovers and the International Space Station. So it's just an absolute level up from plastic razors that will just end up in a landfill after a couple of months of use. So if you are ready to buy a razor that you will actually love and that will actually look good in your bathroom and not just end up in a sticky drawer somewhere, you can go to this URL and you will also get a free shave cream with your purchase. Thanks, Henson Shaving, and okay, bye.